I guess, what did you see as the biggest difference? There were the rough third quarter and fighting through fourth quarter into overtime. What did you see as the biggest adjustment that you guys made to have that success?
I think, in the overtime period, we got back to playing with more speed and more force. I thought in the third quarter and even some in the fourth, their physicality slowed us down. And again, they are a good defensive team, especially in the half court. So we needed to do a better job, like we did early, of trying to beat their defense before it got set. And I thought we did that in the overtime, and especially in the first half. I thought we were really good at that too.
And then Darius struggled to make his shots in the first half, but figured it out. And we kind of touched on it earlier, but just to see him continue to do that and have those big points in the overtime, just to see him continue to have that patience and find those shots. What did you think of his play?
I thought he was really good. And I think, that's growth and steps in the right direction. He's got the green light, to make the right play. And they were backing off of him, so he's got to make those. And he had confidence to stick with it. And down the stretch, he found it, those finishes around the glass and those little floaters.
And then sort of a bigger picture question, you had 2 wins against the Rockets and the Hawks, both teams that are similar to where you guys are at. But to have a win like this against the 76ers, who are at the top of the East with this young core, how does that continue to just help show the potential of where you guys can go and kind of building off what you guys had seen earlier in the season?
Again, anytime you get a tough win like this, it validates what you're capable of. And our guys, I thought tonight were really good defensively against a high-powered offensive team. Obviously Embiid is a handful, Ben Simmons, obviously all-star caliber player. But I thought our guys did a really good job defensively. And that's what it comes down to is, how many stops can you get when it matters most? And tonight, again, I thought we did a great job on that end of the floor.
And then one more for me, sorry. Isaac had a career high 15 points. I guess, what have you just seen from him to continue to find those shots, have that confidence to take those shots and to score those points and come up big tonight?
Again, we need him to play both sides of the ball. And again, I will take responsibility, for the steps and growth that needed to be made on the offensive end. We asked him to do a lot on the defensive end of the floor. So his primary focus as a young player was to do what we asked him to do on the defensive end of the floor. So that's on me. And now, again, his growth and his advancement, we need him on both sides of the ball. So having the confidence to take those shots, being able to play, make, and drive and finish around the basket, we need both of those things from him.
Marla, go ahead.
Marla right now, our Akron Beacon Journal. JV, I don't know if this is a leap but does this almost feel like the end of last season with the way you guys sort of came together and got on a little bit of a streak, just the way it seems to be putting it all together now?
Yeah, and again, I'm like you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm like you. I don't want to jump the gun either, because we're going to keep being tested. Every single day is a new test for us, and we have to answer those tests. I feel like we're improving. I feel like we're getting better as a group. And again, you look at the differences in this group, right? I can't tell you how many starting lineups we've had. When have we had the opportunity to keep a group together and a rotation together where we could build that chemistry and comfort? I think we did that early in the year and we had success. I think we're doing it now and we've had a little bit of success. So, are we there yet? No, we're not finished. But again, I think we're getting better and we got to continue to answer the bell when tested.
And the assist, totals that Darius is putting up, like he's got quite a stretch going. What does that tell you?
He's reading the game and he's playing the game within the game now. He doesn't have his mind made up. He's reading the defenses and making the decision necessary depending on how the defense is playing.
You didn't at all seem to be intimidated at all, even when Embiid's, putting up 42 or whatever it was. So how do you think they handled that factor of seeing him, being virtually unstoppable and still being able to pull it out?
Compliment to our guys, compliment to the group, because they held together. Compliments to the guys who had to guard Embiid and see him have that success, but helped us take the other guys out of the game as well. And they still kept competing and kept getting after it on, both ends of the floor. So it's hats off to our guys for the way they competed through the adversity of his performance and what the 76ers can do to you on the defensive end.
Thank you.
Angel.
Angel Gray, Fox Sports Ohio. Coach, I'm sorry if I'm asking a question that has already been answered, but just as far as you saying, we still have a lot of work to do. The one thing that you said earlier in the season is that I want this team, the non-negotiable is fighting. And just building on their identity tonight, how would you say that they've been able to do that in the last 3 games?
I think we've been scrapping. And I wouldn't, Angel, to be honest, I wouldn't limit it to the last 3 games. We may not have won some of those other games, but I thought our guys have been competitive and have been scrappy. Every game, where I would like it to be, not yet, but majority of the games, I think we have been. That's who we have to be in order for us to have any success. Is we have to be scrappy, we have to be gritty, we have to bring a higher level of competition than our opponent every night.
It seemed like you guys were the aggressor throughout the night. Just seeing that, and when I say that, what stands out to you? What plays are those winning plays that you obviously say that you want your team to continue to build on?
I think for us, it was the defensive boards. I thought we did a great job getting on the defensive glass against a team with great size and athleticism. And it wasn't just one guy. We had multiple guys on the defensive boards going to hit, wrestling with Embiid, and then another guy had to come in and come up with the rebound. So to me, that stands out of where the scrap is and what's needed in order for us to win.
And last one for me, Coach. Deli on the bench, how important was his voice in just corralling everybody tonight?
I haven't been around many guys with a higher IQ than him. I haven't been around many guys who can galvanize a group the way he can. The respect that he has from his teammates, natural born leader. So having that veteran voice helps calm us and settle us in adverse moments.
All right, 2 more quick ones from Kelsey and Marla. Go ahead, Kelsey.
JB, how have you seen how has your confidence grown and just seeing the guys in these pressure-filled moments at the end, and like Darius and Isaac before he fouled out, but just the growth in the younger guys and playing in these pressure-filled moments at the end just continue to grow and just show you what they can do in those moments?
Yeah, it's experience, right? And it's opportunity to put ourselves in close games in the fourth quarter against really good teams. You're going to have to make plays, and you don't do it until you get that experience and the opportunity. So, our guys are taking steps in the right direction. There's no doubt about it. We just have to continue to put ourselves in these situations so we can continue to get better as a team.
All right, last one, Marla.
Yeah, JB, I don't, like Wade having 12 rebounds, Stevens had a huge rebound there at the end. And you also had like all the injured guys, like almost like they were out there playing, telling, helping their teammates. So did all of that, I don't know if you were conscious of all what was going on in the heat of the moment, but did that feel a little special?
Yeah, again, we talked about beforehand how guys reacted when we lost 10 games in a row. And, we said we never splintered or we never fractured. We never started pointing fingers at one another. We just dug in together and continued to work and figure it out. So this is nothing, surprising for me. It's the way our guys